Hello, just the person you wanted to see. Huh? All right, well, our next lesson is similar to what we did in our last lesson, where we were learning about parallelograms. Now we're going to prove that shapes are parallelograms using their properties. So the last lesson we knew that the shape was a parallelogram, and then we learned about all the properties that they have. Now we're going to take some of their properties and try and explain whether or not something is a parallelogram based on those properties. So the first two ways that we're going to do that are using the opposite sides and the opposite angles. So if you have a shape and both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, if that happens, then it has to be a parallelogram. Or if you have a shape where both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. If both pairs of opposite angles are congruent, then it has to be a parallelogram. So if we look at these two shapes here, this one, we've got the lengths of all the sides, and both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, so that is a parallelogram. And then how about this one? We've got congruence marks on some of the angles. K and J are congruent, but they're not opposite of each other. If we look at a pair of the opposite angles, we can see that they're not congruent. So is this a parallelogram? You're right, no, it's not. Now we don't actually have to compare all the opposite angles. If one pair of opposite angles isn't congruent, then it's not a parallelogram. So how about here? We were missing an angle. We don't know what that one is. But in this case, that's okay. We don't have to worry about what that one is because we've got these two opposite angles. So is this going to be a parallelogram? You're right, no, because this pair of opposite angles is not congruent. If this pair was congruent, then we would have to go back and check possibly to see what this angle was. But there is another way to do it if you only know three of the angles. So the other day we learned about the diagonals of a parallelogram bisecting each other. So if you have a shape, a quadrilateral, and both diagonals bisect each other, then it has to be a parallelogram. Well, this one's a little different. We didn't really talk about this one the other day, but if you only know stuff about one pair of opposite sides, if you know that both these things are happening, if one pair of opposite sides is congruent and parallel, then this has to be a parallelogram. So let's take a look at these. Do these look like parallelograms? Here we've got some information about the diagonals, and we have lengths of the diagonals here. So what do you think? Is this one a parallelogram? That's right, it is. And how about this one? No, it doesn't look like one. And we can use these lengths here to show that it's not. So this one, the diagonals bisect each other. Both of them bisect each other, so it is a parallelogram. This one, the diagonals are not bisected. This is 5, that's 4. If this was bisected, those numbers would be the same. And again, you can't always go just by the way it looks. But if it looks like a parallelogram, then try and use some ways to prove that it is a parallelogram. If it doesn't look like a parallelogram, then see if you can find out why it's not a parallelogram. But you can't. We don't just want to say it's a parallelogram because it looks like one, but it's a good place to get started. Okay. Now this is another way. If we don't know all the angles, we can just compare the same side interior angles. As we had one of the properties of parallelograms is that the same side interior angles are supplementary. Okay. But we don't have to check all of them. If we have one angle and look at both of its same side interior angles. So this pair of same side interior angles down here, 100 plus 80 is 180. So this pair is supplementary. And we get the same thing here, 180. So 100 plus 80 is 180, so they're supplementary also. So if that happens, if you have one angle that's supplementary to both of its interior angles, same side interior angles, and it is a parallelogram. So here we've got 3 angles. So we're going to start with this one and check to see if it's supplementary to both of those angles. So 104 plus 76, that is 180, so it is supplementary to both of them. So that means that this has to be a parallelogram. Okay. So these are the different ways that we're going to use to prove that something's a parallelogram. And in all these ways, there are 2 things that are happening. The first one is kind of the definition of a parallelogram. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. But it's 2 things. 2 pairs of opposite sides are parallel. If we know that both pairs, 2 things, both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, then it's a parallelogram. If we can show that both pairs, again, that's our 2 things, it's both pairs of opposite angles are congruent, then it has to be a parallelogram. This one, we've only got one angle, we're comparing one angle, but we're comparing it to 2 same side interior angles. So that one angle is supplementary to both of those angles. And then if the diagonals bisect each other, and that's 2 diagonals, if both diagonals are bisected, then it's a parallelogram. And then that last one we did, or the last one that we have here, is 1 pair of sides. So it's only 1 pair of sides, but it's doing 2 different things. That 1 pair of sides is congruent, and and they're parallel. So those are all the ways that we are going to show that quadrilaterals are parallelograms. So in this one, we don't have a parallelogram yet. We've just got a name for one and the lengths of the sides. So we need to draw a sketch of a parallelogram, just so we can get our vertices in the right place. So we got W, X, Y, Z. Don't worry if it doesn't look like a parallelogram. We're just drawing this so we can get these measurements in the right place. So WX is 15, and as soon as you can figure out whether it's a parallelogram or it's not a parallelogram, you can stop. You don't have to necessarily put all these measurements here. YZ is 20. And can we stop now? Yeah, we actually stop right here because this is a pair of opposite sides, and according to this, they're not congruent. So this can't be a parallelogram. We can put the rest of them in there just to show for sure. And don't worry if your lengths don't look like they match. Again, we're just drawing this so we can get these things in the right place. So this is not a parallelogram because the opposite sides are not congruent. So we got the dad joke for today. What time is the dentist's office most busy? Anybody know? 2:30. All right, so there's a Google Classroom assignment. It's a Google slide. There's some, you're going to have to type in some answers into this, and then others you're just going to be dragging some shapes around and placing them on some the edges on the sides of some quadrilaterals to either make them parallelograms, or you're going to have to decide whether or not something is a parallelogram or not. So, and then there's also a video, a link to a video in there that I hope you'll enjoy. It might give you something to do while you're locked up inside your house for a long time. So, all right. See you later.